Hello, hello. You are watching the trap mode, and if you're wondering what that is, this is our twice a week showcase with several people amongst the lady arcaders, showing off all the demon things in the way they love them, from showcases to speed runs to showing off like an Animal Crossing village, or even things like various arts and crafts. We run a lot of different ones. And I already see we have exclamation of trap mode put in, so that also helps us quite a bit. But I do have a couple of announcements I want to make before we get into this. So, first of all, our second in-person event, Out of Bounds Toronto, is happening on June 15th and 16th in Toronto, Canada. Our volunteer applications have been extended through April 20th, both for remote and in-person roles. And to go with our mission of having everyone participate in uplifting women and femmes, we have even we even have volunteer roles open for any and all genders. So if you want more information, type exclamation OOB2 in chat. I see that's already been posted as well. Yes, in Toronto. And another quick announcement. Our merch store is back open, so you can now get equipped with Lady Rotator's merch. We have a refresh and some new designs. You can stop by that shop, exclamation shop. That's our chat command. Definitely check it out. There's some really nice stuff on there. Like there's a really neat Stater dress, for example. It's very pretty. Unfortunately, not quite my size, but that's all good. But with all of that said, for tonight's trap mode, we have Final Fantasy Type-0 HD, 80% Cadet by Asuka424, and this, by my understanding, is going to be a very wild run. So Asuka, take it away.
Thanks. I was saying beforehand, Sent, when he ran this at RPG Limit Break, summed it up nicely of asking comms if they were ready, asking the attendees if they were ready, and then he ended by saying, is my existential dread of running this game ready? And yeah, this is a game that is so volatile, you can play it perfectly and the game just says no. You know, just no. Nothing, no. But it's fun. Honestly, I love this game. This is actually my second favorite Final Fantasy. But we're going to pretty much get started right away. It's about a 2-hour ride, hopefully. It's honestly, the first 40-some seconds, a lot of things happen pretty quickly. And then right after that, we got about 40 seconds to talk. So we'll get things started. I'll get to the first part where I'm stuck for a little bit, and then we'll say hi again. So if everybody's ready, as much as I can be at least. All right, we are ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to mash some cutscenes away, including one that we don't talk about, because this game pulls at your heartstrings. All right, the most important skip. Okay. We don't have to watch we don't have to watch the tutorial, thank goodness. But yeah, once I get to the first little sit and wait area, I'll kind of tell you what's going on here.
In the meantime, if our commentator would like to introduce herself.
There we go. That's the cue I'm looking for. Yep.
Go for it.
Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm back after a bit of an extended hiatus, but hello. My name is BunniestBunRena, BunniestBunRena, and I have never played a Final Fantasy game before ever in my life. So, I'm excited to be here. I'm ready to be shocked and appalled and excited, and apparently my heartstrings are to be tugged. I've heard many things. They tell me many things, and I'm excited.
Right now we're staring at a wall, so yeah.
Oh, exciting. I love the wall.
You have picked a fine first Final Fantasy to watch.
So it's actually interesting, and the next room after this is really important with things called break sites and kill sites with Queen, so it might be a little quiet to make sure that goes relatively smoothly. But this is the original version of this was Japanese exclusive and part of the Final Fantasy 13 family. It eventually came over to the States as the HD remaster, but originally this was called Final Fantasy Agito 13. But this particular room, like I said, it shows you the power of break sites and kill sites, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. But basically, I need Queen to do the thing. I need Queen to be a queen. So we're going to try to... Alright. Not bad. That was almost perfect, which means the rest of the run is going to go terribly.
Oh no!
But that was almost perfect.
Reverse omen.
Yeah, that's just type 0 things. I actually, because I didn't walk a straight line, I might get hit by a rocket. It's fine. Oh, no. All right. Oh, I almost got hit by that rocket. But yeah, so kill sites and break sites are two of the things that you'll see a lot of in this game. That yellow circle that just appeared really quickly, that's a break site. Basically, that's a crit shot. If it turns red, that's a kill site. That's a crit shot that's going to kill the enemy. And most bosses, you do need to kill them with kill sites. So a lot of this run kind of depends on hitting those break sites. I know when they're going to be usually, depending on which attacks and just how enemies move. It kind of just comes with the just playing it way too many times for one's own mental state. But yeah, the other thing is magic is very powerful in this game. And every piece of magic is based off of a type of weapon, because this is a war game. So that bomb behind Blizzard is for Blizz Bomb, so it's a close range magic attack. This room right here is actually very, very important about an hour later. So right now I am using Queen to kill people. Now, okay. 1, come on. 2, you know what, that's fine. I got at least 2 first aid kits. So those items, if you don't kill enemies before you kill their commander, they surrender. So you can get an item from them. And those items are so important for later in the run, because they're going to make my character strong when they are in fact weak. It's nice. So that was really, really nice. But yeah,
I gotta say, Wargame was not what I was expecting out of Final Fantasy, but I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, wait till you hear about the several ones that can
No!
summed up as flavor of Star Wars. Also, what the hell was that?
Oh,
No game. Why are you doing this to me?
what did you do?
Okay, so Odin, you're required to fight with Odin right there. And Odin... Game? Odin's Zantetsuken has a % chance of succeeding. And it starts at 20% and eventually goes up in increments of 8 up to 100. I felt like being a cheeky butt and just decided to go for the 20%. And I hit the 20% chance. So
it's a gambling type game. Okay.
I am terrified right now because that's the fastest I've ever done this mission.
Normally I'd be very excited, but it sounds like you're
terrified.
very worried.
Well, here's the thing.
This is the run. It's fine.
When I see in chat a blessed RNG, here's the thing about this run. The next mission is an uncontrollable coin flip as to if a mission takes a minute 8 to a minute 10 seconds to a minute 30, a minute 40. I can't control it. It's just, and it's based off one character getting, you'll see at the beginning of missions, the characters on the left-hand side of the screen that I choose from, some of them will have yellow bars around their names. That's called primed status. It is a huge stat buff. One specific character I'm looking for to have the prime buff is Rem. I call it primed rib. So if we eat well tonight, that means Rem has a yellow bar around her name. So if this is a primed Rem, that said, I have some menuing to do, so hold please. Oops. Okay, so that's probably the most complicated menuing in the game. It sets up everything moving forward, like the order of my characters and the missions and all that jazz. Sice, you'll also... Oh, hello, stairs. You will see Sice the majority of the run when I'm not in combat. Every character has 3 movement speeds. Out of combat, in combat, weapon not drawn, and in combat with weapon drawn. Sice goes zoom zoom the fastest out of combat. So...
Yeah, the speed to walk cycle ratio here is a little out of balance, but it seems very practical.
Yeah, what's interesting is with specifically the PC port, they allow the ability to speed up your movement to ×1, ×2, ×3. When I'm not controlling our queen Shiva, I'm usually at ×3. Shiva has permanent ice physics, so you'll see me 1, 2, 3, 4. You will see me switch. Now, everybody, here we go!
Let's go gambling. Let's go gambling.
Oh no! Oh no! No, that's a good thing!
Oh!
We're eating well! What?
Oh, that's delicious.
This is the Rhine.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh jeez. So
I did pick the right game to be a part of.
See, I'd like to bring up that before our showcase started, Asta definitely reminded us how the game didn't just say no.
Yep, that's the thing. The game can still say no to me.
You didn't tell us, however, the game could say yes.
The game sometimes says yes. Like, that guy taking 3 Blizz Bombs, is the game saying no a little bit? But... So, at best, this is going to be probably a 111. Because it took those extra 2 blizzards. But, yeah, it's... And the reason, like... Having Rem get so much power from that prime buff is she just does so much damage, and she doesn't run out of MP. Actually, yeah, we're going to switch to Sice. We are going to...
I feel like those health bars were a suggestion.
Right now, yes. But... Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Why is this going well? Game! What are you doing to me? Okay. Whew. Woosah. Alright, let's go.
Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect.
So scared. I'm so scared.
You got me all in on red today, friend.
That works because Class 0 gets the red cape, so...
Ah!
Alright, hold on. This takes place... This central hub is actually a school. It's called Academia. So, what class would we be if we didn't educate ourselves? This is the one class we take. It helps if I also skip cutscene. Alright. So we have educated ourselves. And after educating ourselves, it makes sense to do a very, 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 very tough mission. I mean, it's so hard, like, I can't even describe it. I block it from my memory every single time. And it's over in the blink of an eye. This is terrifying. Straight up. And I'm scaring everybody to death.
Uh-huh.
I see a remark that we now have a degree. What is that degree in, if I can ask?
Paranoia. But also we just skipped that mission.
Understandable.
Yeah. So there are RTS. There's 3 RTSs in this game. We can skip all of them. In the original version, no, you can't. And I think the record's like 4 hours because of that. But it's okay, because to celebrate that, we get to see baby chocobos!
Real? Oh,
This is a-
look at the friend.
Aww.
They're so cute. Alright. So yeah, I'm getting all of like my nervous excitement out now because these first series of missions, they're not terribly difficult. It's because we're actually roughly around the level we should be. Once we get to Judecca and Big Bridge, I am having my existential crisis. It's fine.
I see. There are always, in my opinion, two types of RPG runs. RPG runs where you find a trick to level ridiculously quickly and the game is normal, or the other kind.
Well, here's the funny part. So here we're purposely not leveling one character.
Oh?
We will not level up our Bard Deuce. You'll see me use her in one mission, briefly, where she can't gain EXP. But that does not become apparent why until literally the end of the game.
Oh, fun.
It makes no difference until we get to the end.
I can't wait for the speedrun plot twist.
It actually is kind of a plot twist. It's pretty fun. But yeah, so we're going to do our last kind of, our last Shiva-less mission. And this is where I'm only going to bring Jack, Machina, and Rem. Jack will become a powerhouse later on in the game.
Exciting.
Machina is useful for this boss, who is, quite frankly, a butt. And
Classic.
Rem is just awesome. Rem is our backup. Like, so when I talked about the 3 different levels or degrees of movement speed, Cater is the fastest in combat. Rem is the second fastest. So, and it just for menuing purposes, and magic, Rem is a little bit better. All right, Jack. Nope. Nope. Okay, change equipment. No.
Is it bad that every time I see the name Jack in this Final Fantasy related, I just think of Jack Garland?
I'm
Nope.
thinking about Tekken 8 right now with Jack.
What?
And I actually activated that SO a little bit early. So those SOs are special orders. Do a thing, get a reward. You also get a buff in the process. But you can, and if you don't do the thing, you die. You can actually leave the area where the buff is given and still get the buff and not have to do special order. It's nice. So that's what we're doing right now to get that aura buff and try to take it as far as I can. So let me... All right, this next room is the important one. Let me... All right, so here I need to get behind these enemies as quickly as possible because that speeds up this. Because Jack is a very powerful boy. But he is getting hard bullied right now. That's fine.
He just wanted some chaos.
Yeah, that's... right? Oh, this guy's actually being kind of a jerk. That's fine. So, yeah, that was a bit of a time loss right there. It is what it is. It happens. But we are actually getting up to the first kind of, like, difficult boss, because there is a quick kill, and if you don't kill him in time... Ha! Ha ha ha!
It's like I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
He is
through and through.
Getting... That was actually not so great, but that's alright. This boss is a quick kill. I'm not going to talk during it because it's a massive time loss if I miss it. But you will see how fast Machina and his whole reason for being in this mission is this upcoming boss fight. You will see...
Oh, now I'm excited.
Yeah, you will hopefully see these two bosses go down very quickly.
I want to see some health bars melt today.
For rationed.
Also, is it bad for me? I feel like this is sacrilegious for me to say this, but on like a surface level kind of read, is it bad that this is kind of giving me Metal Gear Rising vibes?
Nah. All right, hold on. There it
They were
is.
both PSP games.
Come on.
Oh,
Yes! Not perfect. And plus the room with Jack didn't go so well. I don't care.
with
Okay,
all
I've been-
the
I've
runs
been-
done so far, I have no complaints about this.
Ooh.
This looks great.
So that
Yeah,
actually,
I've been looking at that sword. Is that like a chainsaw or something?
it's a corkscrew sword.
Oh.
Yeah, it's unfortunately, you really don't see him much in the game. He also betrays you later on. Spoilers! Yeah, he does that. It's fine. But he does it for good reasons? Yeah, we'll call it that.
Okay.
But, yeah, that was...
So smooth.
It was... So, you also... Actually, we have to talk to... Have to talk to Kurasame. Kurasame is the leader of the class. He's like the teacher for Class 0. But... words are failing me right now. I forget what I was going to say. It's fine.
That's fair after the pace has been so nice so far.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go in to say that this is the first mission where you get to see and worship our queen, Roller Disco Derby Shiva. And you'll also see that as the missions go on, I'm going to be bringing a lot more characters with me.
I do
Because-
unironically love rollerblades.
Same, actually. Like, I was a figure skater for a while, so when we were practicing off the ice, we were on rollerblades. Plus, I played roller
that's
derby
cool.
for 3 years, so it
Oh,
kind of
wow.
like all works.
Okay.
I never knew you did that. That's neat.
So I played for the Brew City Bruisers, which is Milwaukee's roller team, and I wanted a name that was a heck of a double entendre. So people that come on, turn around. People that knew video games would get the reference, and people that didn't know video games would look at me like, why in the heck would you name yourself that? So I named myself Claptrap. No, not you! I want to talk to you! Thank you. Shopping junket.
Hello, traveler. But
Accurate.
like, just somebody who unironically liked using Claptrap in pre-sequel
Yes.
because of the
same,
the action
actually? Same, actually.
Are we all Claptrap enjoyers?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Look, I'm just saying, Claptrap with 4 cannons going off to the 1812 Overture finale. It's just kind of funny.
Mwah.
True.
Now this is true gamer unity here.
This is true. This is Cater Jack Trey Sice? Yeah. All right. This is also going to be the standard trio that I start with. Cater Jack Trey. Cater goes Zoom Zoom. Jack is the
Okay.
powerhouse. Trey.
All right.
Trey serves a purpose.
Trey is moral support.
Well, not quite. Trey serves a very important purpose. You'll see in a bit, but right now we are going around pulling switches and putting bombs in, and the big things here is I do not want to get poisoned, and
Oh, no.
which I'm not yet, but I also, if I don't hit the very tiny targets that are the levers and the bomb placement, Cater will do an attack and waste a lot of time because Cater doesn't understand the concept of a speed run.
Does that make this a Miyazaki approved poison swamp?
Kind of.
In the sewers?
Yeah, kind of. Well,
Beautiful.
actually, okay. Here's funny. We're not just gonna do Asuka lore because I saw that in chat. Hi, friends. We'll do some Type-0 lore. So, this is actually the very first mature rated Final Fantasy.
Really?
Yes, this was. Well, it's okay, buddy. Yeah, it's graphic. This is literally depicting war, and these are teenagers fighting a war. Also, this is Trey's purpose. Roller Disco Derby Shiva, everyone!
Yo! I'm in.
So, here's the thing about Shiva, or just summoning Eidolons in general. You have to sacrifice a class member every time. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, you have... Okay, the door's going to open. Nope, not yet. You have to sacrifice a class member every single time you summon Shiva, which is why in later missions, I'm going to bring a lot of characters with me, because I'm going to be summoning Shiva a lot of times.
Oh no!
You didn't tell us that Shiva was also nicknamed the Wood Chipper.
Every single Eidolon in this game is sacrifice, or it requires sacrifice, and that's actually in lore too. Now I have to wait about another 30 seconds before the way opens up, but so that's why I'm running around, because I don't want to get poisoned again. In the lore, the way the world works is when you die, all memories of you are erased from existence. So you just, like, the main, Machina, one of the characters, like, he knows he had a brother. His brother died in the war, but he has no recollection of who he was, what he looked like. But that's just how the crystals work. It's kind of what they do. Let me skip those. So now I'm going to add on that in academia, which is the school that we are a part of, there is a division specifically built to summon Eidolons. So kids, join this group to sacrifice themselves in the war. So remember when I said this is a mature rated game?
Okay, I know a bunch of Final Fantasy. Okay, I know a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff. Even by the standards I do know, that's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Just one question. Do you at least tell the party members you bring along that they're bait before you drag them?
Because of plot reasons, Type-0 doesn't die when they summon an Eidolon. And that's because of Mother. Okay. Are you gonna, like... Jack! Jack, we talked about this. Thank you.
Oh my... Dodge Lord over here.
Yeah, that's again just Type-0 being Type-0. So, Mother, the head of the Sorcery Division, and kind of like think Adea from Final Fantasy VIII, so like all of these orphan children she's the mother of. She revives them after every mission, and they're the only ones in this lore that kind of have that privilege. Hello?
Oh, so this is one of those fun games where the respawn is lore contextual. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, it's kind of just one of those things. So they're fine with sacrificing themselves to summon Shiva all the time.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. They do know they're bait. Awesome.
Yes, they do know they're bait. Yeah, Mother craves violence. Pretty much, exactly. So, let me head back to academia. So, back with the whole, like, losing memories of people. Kind of like dog tags in the real world, they have what's called knowing tags. And what happens, and again, really depressing. So when you go off to a combat mission, you leave your knowing tag behind. When you come back from the mission, you pick up your knowing tag. If your knowing tag isn't picked up after the end of a mission, they know you died, because that is the only way they will know. because they have forgotten you.
That was a great thing to learn over the like main Final Fantasy theme playing on the harp in the background, so peaceful and nice.
Yeah.
Mild contrast of emotions. It's normal, it's fine.
So, Oscar, is this actually just a thinly veiled reason to do Unhinged Lore Rant Final Fantasy Type-0?
I mean,
Sweet, I love those.
why not? This is honestly like I said, my second favorite one behind 12. So yeah, actually, this upcoming mission's kind of fun. Let me do another shopping junkie really quickly. I'm going to purchase something, a teleport stone that does not play a factor in until a little bit later. It's called That's Gonna Save My Butt. Quite literally.
Oh, exciting.
So, yeah, the funny thing is I could destroy everybody right now with one hot take about Final Fantasy, and I think, Scala, if you remember, you can probably guess what my hot take is. It's about a very specific Final Fantasy that I don't like.
The very best part about it is that no matter what happens, I'll still be your friend because I have zero context.
Fair.
I'm ride or die here till the end because I can't judge you.
Okay,
I'm afraid because I might have enough knowledge, and I may or may not have the knowledge to
hold a second.
You could
decide whether or not we are still friends.
You could tell me Final Fantasy VII is the worst game in the series, and I'd be like, all right, sure, cool.
So first off, before I go into the hot takes, this is Cater at normal speed. This is Cater on haste.
Ah! Somebody slow her down.
Friends don't let Cater get haste.
Cater to wee.
And I have to make sure I go down the right hallways while going this fast.
Hater, you don't have a driving license. You can't go that fast on civilian roads.
I went too fast! Alright.
She's on her own 2 feet. She has the right of way, no matter what.
Yeah. See, that's when... Ugh, come on. Alright, this is when I have to be a little careful. Okay.
Yeah, this place just reads like
But
Shadow Moses to me.
it's understandable. See, she's brought a gun to a sword fight, but instead of what you think would happen, which is, well, it's ranged. That's an advantage. No, that is the pistol whip.
Yeah.
And only pistol whip.
So these next couple areas, I'm trying to take this invisible buff all the way. Okay, come on. It just makes getting through these labs a lot easier. Because I need to hit those people, use trance. That Phoenix down is called Insurance for Later. The next room I'm going to get Phoenix Pinion, Insurance for Later. Phoenix down, revive the entire party. Phoenix Pinion casts re-raise on one party member. And when I get to the missions where everything is on fire, those are, I'm trying to hope that those bail me out. So I got one more room to get to. And right now what I'm doing is I'm going from lab to lab, actually weakening the final boss of this area, Brianak. Okay.
Yeah, this is literally Shadow Moses. They're working on the new Metal Gear here.
Oh, wait till you see Brianak.
Oh no.
I'm not saying, but I'm also saying.
No complaints.
Metal Gear
Absolute
Fantasy.
Yeah. So, I normally don't. Oh yeah. I went the wrong way. Hold please. I really did go the wrong way. Okay, hold on. I have to. No. Wait. What? Oh. Okay. I just went a slightly wrong direction. That's fine. I added one extra room there. But yeah, so going back to those spicy Final Fantasy hot takes, my favorite 3 Final Fantasies are 12, Type-0, and 5. Feel free to @ me, Asuka424 on Blue Sky when I tell you I will.
I will at you, but only because FF5 is up there for me as well.
Well, the reason I say that is Final Fantasy VI is my least favorite.
Really?
Okay, I'm gonna at you, but for different reasons.
I mean, I've never played Final Fantasy VI. It might be absolutely terrible as far as I know.
All right, this room, Cater, don't die. Cater usually dies. Cater's dead. That's fine.
Oh.
Honestly, that's fine. It's one of those, it makes it a little bit squirrely coming up, but it also makes it a little bit easier later on. It's a weird kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of another. When we get to the other person of this
Okay.
fight. So it's like we lose out on Cater's speed, but we also have Rem. So, and Rem's going to be doing the bulk of the workload on the boss here when we get to Briannac. But for right now, we are just going around and killing lots of things with Shiva. Like I said, I bounce between a lot of times ×1 and ×2 speed on Shiva because she's just, like, her ice physics means I will very easily just slide right past people, which is kind of a problem. But yeah, as soon as the combat's done, I switch back to ×3. I don't have to fight anybody here, which is awesome. I'm going to switch to Ace really quickly. Now, this next area, the big thing is I do not want Jack to be hurt. I just need Ace to die.
It's your ace in the hole, but by hole you mean in a hole.
Well, the one that was just created.
What?
Wow, that's a combination.
Yeah, that is you die no matter what.
No, just the you will know pain. I'll make you proud.
Yeah. All right, here gets a little annoying. Because again, these shields block everything. So the faster I can... please don't kill her. Fine. The faster I can get through that, the better. That was not great, but again, those shields can even block Eidolon attacks, so unfortunately, it is what it is. But I have a healing pad coming up, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, that particular death is completely inescapable. Whichever character you are controlling, dead.
Oops.
Just dead. Which is really unfortunate if you're like using one character primarily and you're just like, oh, well, yeah, they're dead now.
Well,
So we are...
It's okay. It was time for the roller derby yet again.
Yeah, exactly.
exciting!
I almost slid right past that person. Now, it takes about 10 seconds if you don't harvest someone's Phantoma, which is kind of drawing out their soul. It takes about 10 seconds for them to die. Ask me how I know this.
How do you know this?
Because we have to wait about another 5 seconds before we can move on to the next area.
Well, I mean, just
You said
nice
it was
time to
5
relax.
seconds. You lied.
Well, that's because we'd already seen like
It
5
was
seconds
8.
of it. All right, this part I need to be really careful with. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the boss or the commander right there, he drops a bomb. He sets us up the bomb, and
No!
I need Rem to not die to that bomb, because otherwise, legally distinct Metal Gear becomes very, very terrifying.
Oh, that is just a Metal Gear.
Yep.
Yep. So right now I'm waiting for him to do a specific attack. And let him get angry with the, Oh, of course he's going to do the slow attack. That's not the attack we want to see. And it's
Holy
just
screen fake.
it takes a while. So we just have to propel the strikers. Look at a kill site. I just smack him back into Briannak. Eventually he'll be like, what the hell? And I'll be able to actually do damage to him. But this is unfortunately the slowest tack, and he just wants to be a butt. Because normally it takes like about 2 attacks to do it. Come on. If I can pepper him with enough... Nope. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's going to be the kill shot. That's unfortunate, but... So when I said earlier, losing Cater early kind of sucks for the mission, but actually is fine later on. It's because of this next fight, Nimbus. You know that guy that completely impaled one of my teammates?
We're gonna go beat him up?
No!
Oh.
Flip that.
Oh. Never played.
Objective survive.
So,
Which isn't happening.
We have about a minute. So if you have an announcement or two, it's... You're meant to die on the first playthrough on this. So you just... It's just faster to kill 2 people than 3. So
yeah, so I guess this would be a good time to mention we do in fact really love games here at Lady Arcade, despite what this looks like. We probably love your favorite games too. So don't let this discourage you. Please show it off. We always keep submissions open, and we're currently doing scheduling for May. So you can send us your ideas or for future episodes at ladyarcaders.com/start. I believe there might be a chat command for it, but I'm not remembering in the moment.
Alright, so this is the first mission, and actually the only mission that we don't start back at Academia, because we are behind enemy lines right now. I actually really enjoy this mission, but it has another boss that likes to be a little stinker. And it's one of those, I need to get a specific kill on her very quickly, otherwise it's a huge time sink. Alright, all the way to 9, and Rem. So yeah. This is also one of the first kind of like longer mission, and you'll also notice this is the first mission where I'm not like killing everybody immediately with my magic, but I get to have Cater on haste for like a second again, so it's fine.
Excellent, excellent.
Yep, and now Trey does this thing.
Trey does his move, flops on the ground and dies.
I am still not used to it. I see the death and I'm like, oh
every
no,
time
what
it
happened?
happens, every time it happens, I'm just kind of like, oh, they're dead now.
I'm dead now. That's my attack.
So, there are
highly effective too.
Yeah, honestly. Where is Piet? Because he is... There we go. Like, I am not finding the person I need to kill. That's kind of unfortunate.
Pirouetted on him. Damn.
Yeah, and then he's going to get real cranky later on and get a lot stronger.
Just got a pirouette on him again.
I'm going to try to. But this is actually the part of the game where we are starting to be, aside from our main characters, we are grossly underleveled. And if we gave Mog enough time to acknowledge, or to talk to Mog, I'll be like, yo, this is not good. You should really level up. Why aren't you leveling up?
Hey, soldier, you should really be training out in the field.
Yeah. And, like, the thing is with Type-0 that we are completely ignoring is, it kind of, think like Persona, in that there's, like, the classroom portions and then the combat portions. That's pretty much Type-0 in a nutshell. Also, when you go into safe rooms, Shiva automatically desummons, so that's why I start bringing bodies Just bodies, lots of bodies.
Bodies.
Let the bodies
Okay.
hit the floor. Let
This
the
is not-
bodies hit the floor.
I wish I could follow you up. I don't have the throat for it right now.
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. Hi.
I don't have it in me to like pull off the like heavy metal scream. Like I just do not have the tone.
That'll be me and like Judecca basically. So
Okay.
that enemy is a big boy. We're gonna ignore him because he's gonna kill us all in like one shot, and that's sad. This guy's gonna have a bad day if I can like get close enough to him. Now there is a moment of shame that I'm gonna try to avoid
Oh no.
in the next room. So I need to get a quick kill on a commander. So the person that has the chevron. There we go. If you let that one escape, he will travel like 3-4 rooms back, and you have to chase him all the way back.
Oh, thank goodness. I had the family farm on that one, you know. But now we're raking in the profits.
Cater Jack 7. So shout out to Zoku and her love of 7, or their love of 7, excuse me. This is the one time where 7 has a very specific purpose, and it is not just to be Shiva fodder. 7 is Shiva fodder after she does the thing, but she does a thing first.
Oh, that's exciting.
So right now we are leveling up our endgame powerhouses, which are Jack and Shiva. That is not Shiva. That is Shiva. Here, now, with Shiva, you can level her up further than what I do. I go to Icicle Twirl Power 2.
Winter Wonderland.
That actually freezes enemies, and I use it once in the run. I actually do legitimately use it once in the run, but
That's great.
so as you're learning this run, you're going to want to level her up more than this. I stop right here, but yeah. All right, now we're going to use 7's special ability Snakebite to literally go Scorpion on somebody.
Oh!
Oh. Oh, that Scorpion.
Ah!
Yep. So her ability pulls people towards her, which is fantastic. And it means I don't have to run around the entirety of the area. I can just drag them over to me.
Oh, heck yeah. Now we got a train battle?
Yeah, now 7's dead. Shh. But she did her job well.
Oh, 7,
Okay.
a salute for our fallen soldier.
Everybody F in chat for 7. She did her thing. She was successful. And I could not be any more proud of her.
You know what? I have the perfect response for this.
My final message. Get over here. Goodbye.
So right here, I waited to kill this enemy right away, so this guy gets closer. Because if you kill the RPG gunner too fast, it soft locks and you can't do damage to it. So
we
no.
love soft locks.
yeah, I let the RPG gunner come to me because I know that'll be enough time to well, not soft lock. I enjoy not soft locking. Now we are just going to hope Rem doesn't die. Hello? Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
All's well.
Rem, I also need you for a specific purpose, and folks at home, you could probably guess what it's going to be eventually.
Yeah, I'm at home. What is it? Help! I'm lost.
Well, she does have to.
Well,
she does have to take out these enemies first.
Okay, awesome.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a state in Diva.
Yep.
Oh look, there she is.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Yeah, there are like Cater and Jack. You will see me only in specific situations will I sacrifice Cater. But Jack, I never want to sacrifice, mostly, and that's just because I want him to just constantly be getting levels. Red Demons, it's all your fault that Mistress Kunmi isn't coming back. She's
good
no.
line read.
Thank you. So Vajra is actually the boss of this mission. We aren't fighting her quite yet.
I was gonna
Jack,
say,
Cater, Jack, Cater. Thank you. All right. We are letting her kind of blow up the path in anger. Cater! So, this game just loves... just loves doing that. Now, I will say, I don't necessarily need Cater anymore. I need to protect our slicey boy. So right now, Vajra is going to start firing missiles, and I hope she aims at Shiva. Game, what are you behaving? I'm kind
Also sounds like she's just yelling at a toddler that's trying to get into something they shouldn't.
Hey,
Yeah!
it's all good. I put both family farms on that one. I won another family farm from my last game. Now I got 4. We're multiplying exponentially. I think I'm gonna keep it up.
Oh wow, that okay. So, that means I'm gonna be cheeky, isn't that means I'm gonna be cheeky. Okay. So, and the reason I'm getting very antsy is because the mission following this one is the scariest mission of them all. The first battle of Judecca. This is when the run is just going to say, no. You've had your fun. Now you die. Alright.
Alright. I'm putting my 4 family farms on that one. I'm a believer.
We are going to really quickly heal her.
You know, I remember fighting that thing in Monster Hunter, and it taking a lot longer than 2 seconds.
Yeah, perks of Shiva. Shiva just do Shiva things. So we're coming up to the actual Vajra boss. And again, it's... what this is going to require is me getting... more so properly predicting her first attack. If she backs away, I'm going to go to ×2 speed and try to get really lucky with a shot. If she doesn't, it's going to be a very sophisticated guess. That's the nicest way of putting it.
I play fighting games. I'm down for some 50-50s. I have to be when I fight Biken.
And the reason being is if I don't get the crit shot on her immediately, thank you. She has the ability to crawl up a wall that I can't reach her from and heal herself.
Oh, that's the worst.
So we'll see what she does. Okay. There it is!
Oh, it's a good day.
No, because I have to go to Judecca next! This is scary!
It's fine, Asuka. It's fine.
I'm your biggest believer. I'm your biggest believer right
Good,
now.
that makes one of us.
I'm here to I'm here to God defend this run.
I appreciate it. Nope. So, do you remember that teleport stone I bought like 84 years ago?
Yeah.
This is where we're going to use it. We are way out in no man's land. And I say no man's land because the kingdom Lorica that used to be here was wiped off the face of the map. And that crater to our left was where that kingdom used to be. So we can't ride chocobos. The thing about riding chocobos is you avoid these.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh.
Oh.
So that's why we bought the teleport stone a little while ago.
That's so fair.
And we don't, like, that's the only time we need to use the teleport stone. There's knock
you
on
enter
death.
battle.
I've never
You
seen.
don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen this little area have enemies. So, nor has any other runner of this game.
Oh.
But so coming up next is another RTS that we're going to skip, and then we are going to start panicking.
Is that a new word for gambling?
No, we are actually panicking. Like I said, Judecca.
Don't worry, I got you. I got you.
Thank you. Judecca and Big Bridge are the hardest missions in the game because they are the highest level compared to what you are. And Judecca, more so than Big Bridge, is terrifying because Judecca has a lot of ice enemies. So our powerhouse Shiva... Oops, hold on. Our powerhouse Shiva is not that much of a powerhouse anymore for this specific mission. And Machina leaves the party, so we're down 1. Also, we have to set up for Big Bridge before we go to Judecca, so we lose 3 more party members. So our pickings are slim.
It's okay. I have you. You can't see it right now, but I have all 2 rabbit feet right here ready for you. We're gonna pull through on this one.
Yeah, these 2 missions are the absolute terror points. Oh.
Rena, I don't mean to alarm you.
So it's the wrong area.
Generally speaking, the lucky rabbit's foot is not lucky for the rabbit.
True.
Well, if I have to get I'll make it happen.
I mean, it does put us a foot ahead. So.
Got me there.
All right, so we are sending away Queen K and Sice. We bring everybody. And this is also the one time you'll see me actually pick Deuce to play Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt?
Duck Hunt.
Oh.
This is... Yeah, there's 2 rounds of this. And there's a small little combat between the 2. Unfortunately, after Duck Hunt is what I like to call the 2 scariest minutes of this game. And I all pretense aside, I will not be saying much during those 2 minutes because that is the first real big part of the run that can just go wrong because it wants to. And there's nothing I can do about it. So... It's
okay. I'm holding tight onto my chair out of solidarity.
Not fair. So,
I'm just gonna say in these last few sections of this one, Lady Irritator's Cliff team, I hope you understand the assignment that has been presented to you from this showcase so far.
all right, let me. So that's Deuce's 1 appearance.
Deuces.
Literally Deuces. Zoon is not behaving. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can deal with the burn. Okay. So, this is round 2 of Duck Hunt. There's technically a final boss of Duck Hunt. And then it gets scary. But this is also very much a situation, like in Judecca, you'll see that I will only, in some cases, bring out one person, and that's the person we use to summon Shiva. And that's literally to protect my teammates from dying. Because most of them will die in 1 or 2 hits on Judecca. So...
What I'm hearing is that, ironically, this is the calm before the storm.
This is very much the calm before the storm. Like, this is the moment where we, the Type-0 runners, are contemplating why we started running this. We're making sure our existential crisis is in full force, because it is. Yeah. It's just one of those things.
Look, I have no context for anything that's going on, and I am scared to find out what that context actually is.
The context is we are fighting an army of dragons. Also, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't.
Are you sure you didn't do that?
Nope. But this guy did.
That'll do it.
All right. Here I need to try to aim, and I'm not aiming very well. There we go. So I can potentially get through this spot without Soryu attacking, but it requires very, very tight aim, and I'm not doing so great on that.
I'm glad we still have the Final Fantasy damage numbers popping up for this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, you're going to pop up right here. Okay. So what I'm waiting for is a notification of Soryu at 12 o'clock. That is coming right towards me!
Easy.
Of course. So, Soryu can do orange or blue. Blue is homing, orange is not. So orange, you kind of have to judge if it's coming directly at you or not. That one was coming directly at me, and 9 would have died instantly. That said, I need all of the everything in chat.
I'm giving energy for this very cool visual. This visual makes me happy.
This is the 2 scariest minutes of the run right now.
Oh no, this place looks so pretty too. That's so mean. Alright, I'm full in believer mode.
It's beginning to look a lot like an ice world. But here we go.
With a lot of fire enemies too. Okay, 24 is not bad. Okay. This first section, not too scary.
Okay. Okay.
It's when I switch off of Shiva, because I have to take on a dragon, not with Shiva.
Oh.
And also a Sasquatch. So, now starts the scary part. Come on. Okay.
Not only was there ice fading,
Alright.
there will be more ice fading later.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay. It's this
Feels like
next... This...
Feels like 2 different Dark Souls.
This, not this room, but the next room, is the scariest room in the run. Come on. Come at me. Rem died, that's not great. So I'm going to... So Rem dying was not good, but we'll take it.
Did we make it?
We made it. It's so it's one of those I want to survive without losing Rem. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Hello? Don't tell me it just soft locked.
No shot.
It's fine.
Oh!
It's not fine, because Rem and Jack being alive right now is kind of scary. So I need to suddenly really hard protect two characters I'm not used to having to protect. It's fine.
It's fine.
This next room, less fine. Because now we have a Behemoth that they need to not die to. Keep targeting Shiva, keep targeting Shiva, thank you. Ram! Yeah, the fact that I couldn't access anything was very strange. But... because that's not good. Thank you! Okay. Hello? Alright. Here's another kind of scary room. Well, scary series of room. The ideal thing... so we have to go from area to area and make the enemies go shoo. Ideally, we go through 3 or 4. If not, we're going to be staring at a ladder for a few minutes.
Ooh.
Alright. So you're going away. Okay. West isn't bad. Okay. So now we are going from area to area. Because I have extra characters that I wasn't anticipating to have, characters dying doesn't scare me as much. Okay. Alright, so that took a little bit longer. But yeah, the big thing is I'm trying to get through... ooh, that's fine. Trying to get through as quickly as possible. Shiva needs to not attack the enemies. I'm gonna have to kind of wait for them to show up. Alright. Now, here's the thing. Because I have those extra characters, I'm willing to make it to the final station. Which usually I don't, but it actually is going to be a little bit faster.
Ooh.
So when Shiva dies... Ace. Not Cater. Not Jack. And Cater's dead. Okay. So that's not great. That's actually fine. That's fine. So, in the end, it kind of worked out. I did lose Cater.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm going to get insurance while my dogs bark. I've gained insurance. So the Phoenix Down I used earlier, I now have another one.
Okay.
We are going to do a quick kill with Ace.
Alright, yeah. Are we so back?
Kind of. Probably not PB pace.
Or Ace in the hole yet again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's right. I was like, where's Cater? Oh no, Cater's dead. So, the backup to Cater in terms of movement is Rem, specifically so she can do this. She is zoomy when she does that. She's a little bit harder to control and not quite as fast, but I have to be really careful in this room so she doesn't accidentally die. And if I get a little bit too close to the left edge in certain spots, like right there, that's an instant kill. So.
Oh, they Sierra game you? That's so mean.
So with Tater Dawn, would you say she said "see you later"?
Yeah. 5 out of 5 joke. And for those that get that reference, GG. Alright, so we are going to summon... we're going to summon Jack. We are going to summon Sync. I'm going to switch to Sync. And I'm going to instantly do that. So if I don't summon Shiva instantaneously, that enemy will eat my party. Yeah, so these are kind of like... This was a group of people that just were kind of locked away by the dragons because they were seen as like abominations, and kind of. It is what it is. But at this point, the rest of this mission is very straightforward. I'm running for my life.
I would be too after that one.
Big same! Actually, yeah, we'll...
Leave me and my good pace alone.
Yeah. So, thankfully... Well, not thankfully. You've seen how, like, in Final Fantasy games, overkill is 100% a thing. And I have such a weird camera angle right now. What the heck is going on, game?
What indeed?
See, it's called Final Fantasy Type-0 because there is a camera which is called Type-0 and it does that.
That was somehow I targeted an enemy and not realized it. I want my characters to die here, except one. I need one to survive. For the same reason when we fought Nimbus earlier. And of course, my dogs need to say hi, because it's kind of what they do.
Of course.
We're going to kill off Rem.
I am loving this ice area so much, though, even if it's kind of a speedrun tragedy.
Pretty amazing.
It looks so nice. Yeah, I love pretty crystals, and this is making my brain very happy.
Alright. I don't know what's going on outside, but there is something going on outside. So if anybody, you know, wants to, like, kill Rem right now, I would appreciate it.
Y'all were so eager just a moment ago.
Right? There we go! That's what I want to see! 8, do the same thing! It sounds so
He
bad.
immediately becomes invincible and said no.
Well, that's the thing for teammates that come right into battle, is they start off invincible.
Oh.
That's just so you don't, like, immediately put them in, like, a really bad spot. Like my dog.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah. So, this is a big dragon. You know that dragon we were shooting at earlier? That's this one.
I see.
I died.
He's not doing jack, it seems.
No. So, our mother saw that and got really pissed. Really pissed.
Oh?
She, spoilers, is a demigod. And is the only one that has access to a very specific personal eidolon. Final Fantasy VII fans, how long has it been since you've seen Bahamut Zero? Because reset the clock.
Oh.
No context, I'm here for the mech anime battle with dragons. That's exciting.
Well, here's what's actually really funny about this. If you immediately target the dragon, she starts to attack you faster. So by purposely not attacking her right away, you have just enough time to level up your flare to Giga Flare and kill her. Now, like I said, for Final Fantasy, they love doing a thing called overkill.
Oh, that's going to be absolutely overkill. That's straight up just the only way to be sure they're dying.
She had like 5 HP left. It's...
Holy number go up.
I'm sorry, did we really need to do north
Yes.
of like 300,000 damage?
Yes. Like I said, Mom got a little pissed that her children were hurt by
Yeah,
that dragon.
I think you've defeated them
Yes.
permanently.
Yeah. Ironically, no. She comes back later on.
How?
Don't ask questions. All right, so this is Big Bridge. We go right into that second fight, and this is the first half of Big Bridge is the scariest part. Actually, let's get a few more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I always want to make sure I do that correctly because not having Rem is kind of bad. Eidolon, Shiva. Ironically, though, you actually don't get access to Rem right away because lore-wise, there's a magic jammer, and Rem is affected by it because she's not like a normal member of Class 0. The rest of Class 0 isn't affected by that. So until you get rid of the magic jammer, you can't use her. So, yeah. Now, not this room, but like a couple rooms from now, Cadet can just die. And in this particular mission, you only get one unaccounted for death. Anything extra, and you are rerouting this on the fly. So the thing is with Rem is if you can get Rem to level 15, you actually have a very cheeky backup strat called Undying Wish. Undying Wish allows Rem to cast re-raise on herself. So she literally becomes a summon bot.
Ah!
But it's a bit of a time loss, and Rem needs to be level 15. But yeah, this next room is the one that Cater tends to die in no matter what I do. So we'll see what happens. Is the commander in this area going to shoot Cater or Shiva? I try to do that. Oh. No, 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 no! No, no! Shoot me! Shoot me! Yes!
Whoa! The family farm dividends paying off. I got 8 now.
All right. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay.
FF Type-0 speedruns out of context.
People, don't dodge! Don't dodge me! You're making it hard to kill you! I can't kill you if you're dodging me! This is a problem!
The wishes I had the delivery speed I just pulled off by accident.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Cater! 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 It's fine! It's fine!
It's fine. All is well.
What? This is pretty much me manipulating the bridge to go back down again. Quicker.
But by the way, how are we looking on like estimates, Asuka?
Right now, we're actually still pretty good. So my PB
Well, I mean,
is...
as in like how much of the run is still is left?
After this, not much.
Oh?
This is the last, like, really big mission before we get to trials. Yes! That is the specific SO I needed to make the rest of the bridge pointless.
Whoa!
As long as Jack knows how to hit a character.
Yeah, well, the minor details.
Alright. So, now it's, plot. So, this is where, again, you're in the middle of a war zone. You're getting flanked from behind, and you have enough to, like, send one person out? Okay. I can do that. I'll do that. Sice go zoom. Shiva go zoomer.
Yeah!
So this is a time segment that, when you're first learning the run, is very scary if you don't go up to Summon Extension 2. Because every Summon Extension, you get 10 extra seconds of Summon. Now, it's the point where I've got this pretty much down to a science. So, I'm not worried. Relatively. Except when they dodge like that. It's fine. Okay. So, yeah, this should be fine still. Now it's basically I just stick around and wait for enemies to spawn. It's like this for the next minute or so. But eventually it'll say, hey, or there's a Mog will say there's somebody coming. Once I take out that guy, this part of the mission is done. Or that one particular cat just doesn't want to die. I mean, okay. Not like I have 34 seconds before the run's dead. But that's the announcement I was waiting for.
Okay, we're... Okay.
So we're fine.
Okay. Alright. I can breathe.
Once you actually kill that enemy, even if the timer on Shiva goes to 0, you still complete the mission. Now we have very hard boss next. Very hard.
Okay. I'm in.
So hard that King had to dab. Very hard.
You know how it is. You
I'm
do
not
a
even looking at
dab,
the screen right
and
now.
then you do a dab, and then the ice cream comes out for the roller derby.
Yeah, the boss is dead, by the way.
Oh. Well, at least they tried.
So by really hard boss, you meant it's ice now, and thus really hard.
Yeah.
True.
That was the magic jammer. That's supposed to be a pretty kind of hard fight, but Shiva. So, all right, I have to remember
through the roof now.
Summon everybody because I have burned a run by not summoning everybody. Okay. Okay. I don't want to burn a run by not summoning everybody.
All is well. All is well.
Not yet. Not yet. Like I said, this one is very much, there are errant shots all over the place. Uh-oh. You went past me. I was not expecting you to go past me. Okay. Take you two out. Alright, that's fine. Kill that cat. Kill that cat!
Stop. Homie was jumping.
Yeah. For those enemies, just they just don't get hit by anything. All right, this is the very sketchy room. So what you do here is you kill the first set of enemies. You summon Jack, or you become Jack. Shiva is going to do Shiva things. I'm going to try to speed things along. I don't know what Shiva is doing, which is a little... Shiva, what are you doing, girl? Girly pop! Shiva!
He's doing Shiva things as you said.
There
she
we
would.
go. Oh, she's doing
Alright.
that. That was called Type-0 things, straight up.
Just hashtag just Type-0 things.
So, see, that's like, once she positions herself right there, she normally speeds things up. But yeah, as soon as Shiva despawns, like she just did, she also despawned in a really sketchy time. That's not ideal. Alright, so we're going to switch to Sice. So, losing Cater right there is not ideal. It's actually, it's again one of those, it's better for the end of this mission. So now if all things go according to plan, I only have one character that needs to die to the boss, not two. But again, it does make this area kind of sketchy, especially when one of them gets behind me. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So here's where I need to take that guy out quickly. I need this Helldiver to target me and not Jack. Helldiver, you missed that memo, friend. Okay. So I'm purposely not... I did not summon Rem just yet. And that was more so to protect her. Because she is going to be the summon fodder in the next room. And this is the last room before Big Bridge that can go haywire. Jack needs to not take an errant shot. Okay, you're dead. Okay, so I've watched Jack die, and it's like, well, my run is actually dead now. So this is ironically the ideal scenario because, yeah, they're not going to kill me. I'll be able to get to the final boss of Big Bridge, which is Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is going to absolutely stunt on me because Battle on Big Bridge is playing, and for those Final Fantasy fans that know, you know. Also,
I know, that's the fun part.
yeah, you get to listen to a little bit of the Type-0
do.
version of Battle on Big Bridge, but this is the one time I use Winter Wonderland, and that's just because Colonel Everett, this character that I'm taking out right now, is so fast, and it's just, if you can just freeze him in place and then stunt on him, perfect. I don't have to deal with him.
Wait, so are big bridges like a thing?
Yes. In Final Fantasy, yes, they are.
Thank you, Final Fantasy V.
Yep. I went the wrong way.
Putting it down in my notes.
Alright, so now we are not taking our weapon out because Jack is a slow boy. He's a very slow boy. But that's fine.
Trying his best.
He's carrying us in this whole run. So this is Gilgamesh.
That's a sword.
That's a sick sword.
And that's a dead Jack.
This is our third forced death of the run, is it not?
Yes.
That's wild.
Ask me if it's the last.
Oh, that's it.
It's not the last.
It's not the last.
Gilgamesh punches you in the stomach.
Yep.
GG.
Yep. Okay, so do you remember Speedy Boy, that was at the very beginning of the game that I kind of popped off on. Make them faster.
Faster.
I have one more boss to fight before I go into Trials, which is the final area of the game. And, well, I do have one more RTS that I have to go through. And by go through, I mean not do. But then we'll do one more mission, and the mission is literally just go fight a boss fight. An ideal Bashtar fight takes 20 to 30 seconds. If you miss the first attempt at... Whoops. The first attempt at killing him, it can take upwards of a minute. Because you can't really predict what he's going to do as well. It's very much... It's a... If you learn this run, it is very much a practice point. And it's even practicing it ad nauseum, you just have to get kind of lucky. Because it just doesn't want to behave, ever. So we were actually told to go on standby. I'm going to talk to that guy, and we're no longer on standby.
Nice.
So we are going to... yeah. We are... Okay, never mind then. I went the wrong way again, because... Panic. It's fine. It's like, why am I not letting... Okay. Every once in a while, I forget which one I go to for, like, directly to the airship and which one I go to our class. When you notice that our commander that we would talk to for missions is gone. Yeah, he's dead.
No.
He died. All right, so this is...
It's okay. We don't even remember that it happened.
Exactly. That's what you tell yourself, because that's exactly what it is. So yeah, this one is... Do we get lucky? If I don't get it first try, I just have to kind of react. So we'll see. Not much I can do at that point, so...
I'm a full believer. I'm a full believer.
Right. What are you doing? Do the 3-shot. Do the 3-shot. 1. Nope, he didn't do the 3-shot. That's unfortunate.
Ah!
Oh, I was too far away. Come on. One. One, two. Nope, I'm too far away. Yes, this is a bad fight.
Ah!
Oh, it was... As soon as I missed the first two, that's probably like a 50-second fight. So that was a really bad fight, unfortunately.
Ah!
Yeah, that was a 50... Honestly, that was what we would call in speedrunning this dreadful.
My family farms! I'm back to 0!
But yeah, so with that, plot-wise, we've defeated all of the kingdoms. There's 4 of them. They've all fallen under the Vermilion Bird, which is us. And now we get to go home and celebrate. I mean, woo! One whole kingdom is completely decimated off the map. There is a giant crevice in the world that we're going to be running next to that we caught. Well, Class 0 didn't cause also. Shout out to that cactuar. That is a rare spawn. The Vermilion Bird, let's see, did that. So it's our kingdom's fault.
I'm just noticing you were losing HP as you were running around.
Yeah,
there.
that area is cold. Is overly cold. So, oh no, it's not a 1 chocobo. So it's random if you lose if the chocobo flees, and it's like a 3-some second time loss each time. You can go through this with only your first chocobo. I've had like 4 chocobo runs home. It just be that way. But yeah, so we're doing good. Everything's fine. We get to go home and celebrate.
Enjoying our
Marbles.
level 13 life.
Yeah. But remember when I said get another 84 years ago? Like, a lot of this game, you set up things early on to pay off later. This is where us completely ignoring our barred deuce is going to pay off. So, Trials, basically the final dungeon. Well, I should say Judecca and Big Bridge they have a standard level up compared to all the other missions. That's why those two are so terrifying, because we are grossly underleveled. Trials, because of the nature of what it is, its levels are based off of your lowest level character. Ignore the fact that it is raining blood.
What do you mean? That's clearly just cherry Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's it's fine.
Okay.
So what I'm doing really quickly is the quick menuing to switch my potion into ether for the final dungeon. If you pause the game while Rem is not talking, this is forced plot that we have to sit through. It pauses her dialogue. But if you pause, like if you go into the menu while she's still talking, it's fine. Oh yeah, I'm getting beat up right now. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, as said in chat, don't worry about the terrifying lore in the background. It's a Final Fantasy, so as you know, the world has to end.
Stop! He's already dead!
Is that a Final Fantasy thing? Does the world end every time?
Yeah!
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's Final Fantasy.
Oh, so is it...
This is a Final Fantasy thing. It's fine.
You see, over in Shin Megami Tensei Land, where I come from, the world ends at the beginning of the game, not the end of the game. So we're really shaking it up.
As mentioned, so there's more than one world.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because if it's FF6, it's like halfway in.
Yeah. So the thing is with this game, you have these two gods trying to open up. Now, this requires knowledge of Final Fantasy 13, because again, this was originally part of the Fabula Nova Crystallis of 13 versus 13, which became 15, and Agito 13, which became Type-0. So you'll hear a lot of crystals, Lassie, blah, 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 blah. There's these two gods that are trying to open up the Etro's Gate, which is this, think untapped power for very ELI 5 terms. The two gods are going about it two different ways. One wants to just force open the gate by just pouring souls into the gate to force it open. The other one is trying to cultivate like a small, going quality over quantity, and the other one goes quantity over quality. Trying to cultivate specific souls called Agito to open up the gate. Class 0 is what is trying to be cultivated into Agito. That's why we have a few extra bonus privileges. And the end of the world is the other god's way of trying to open up the gate. Now, what's interesting, we found Sid. Sid was the commander or marshal of the White Tiger, the enemy we've been fighting most of the game. At the end of the world, when you're in Tempest Finis, or Finis, the god that's trying to go quantity over quality chooses an arbiter to judge the world, to judge the Agito. In this iteration of the world, Sid becomes the arbiter and judge of the world.
Ooh.
Also, that's Steve Bloom. We get to go fight Spike Spiegel.
We're doomed.
Yeah. So
We're doomed. We're gonna be carrying that weight.
Yep, basically. I had to switch something over. For trials, I like having my, let's see. Tray Ace 8, and then KO Jack Sink. I shifted my notes a little bit so I didn't do the wrong thing. Trials, there's a lot going on, so it's the one area I keep my notes for. But, so what you'll see in Trials are these, well, trials, because Sid's judging you, so he'll give you Sid's Crucible. Sid's Crucible are like those SOs that we saw earlier. It's just you are required to do them. And if you are unsuccessful, you die. It's kind of just how it is.
Dang.
But we'll be bouncing between the two different parties. And again, this is why not leveling up Deuce the entire run makes this so easier. So much easier. We were fighting enemies in like the 30s. Oh no!
Not the level 2!
It's a level 2! Now, that said, things can still go wrong. Things can still very much go wrong. Jack, specifically for these first couple areas, while he's in a party, I need him to survive. He is used for a specific fight later on. Now, also, these Versus, if they hit you once, they put a kill sight on you. Like that. Now, if you have a kill sight on you, you die. So that's kind of when Ace was getting absolutely beat up earlier. That was kind of what it was telling you without actually killing Ace, because you needed to hear plot TM. This particular trial, there's nothing I can do to speed it up. This is survive. Your party members can die, but you cannot. So I'm just kind of letting them do their thing. When an enemy gets a little bit close, we deal with them. But then we move on to the next area. And as soon as they go to attack, I just kind of dodge out of the way. But yeah, these trials, there's a whole bunch of different things, and Trials is known to bully speedrunners. I've heard plenty of horror stories of people on like world record pace, and Trials just said no. So although they're a much lower level, Trials is still a part of Final Fantasy Type-0, and it can still do Type-0 things. Probably one of the biggest time loss spots is, spoilers, Gilgamesh Round 2.
Ooh.
That particular fight is specifically why I need Jack alive. So now we are going to switch our party members again and head over to 8. Now this next room is actually kind of cheeky. This is a room where you have to go through it twice and not get hit.
Ooh.
There is oh no, I was hit. If you start at the door, you're already on cycle 2. Now I can get an errant shot to hit me. I've had that happen where 8 still ended up dying because one of the enemies said, "Oh, you're the one I need to kill." Heck. So that's the thing.
That's so mean.
Yeah. Yeah. This next one is I have to shoot specific things, these candles. Because once I do that, I have to not also... I can't take out the Versus. I also don't want to get hit. Alright, there we go. Hello?
And it's such an interesting finale.
Yeah. And I hate that I can't target him, which is a time loss, which is great. That's cool. Alright. See, here's the problem. dang it. Because it took the targeting away from me, I have to do it again. Which is fine, but you have to, like, for some reason, the game doesn't like if you do it too quickly. So you have to wait till Sid talks before you go through the door. Otherwise, it doesn't register and it kills you.
You literally have to other M style wait for authorization to continue.
Yep.
That's very sad.
And yeah, that is a perfect example of the game just doing Type-0 things. I did nothing wrong, but for some reason it decided to take the target off of the Arbiter, so I had to wait for him to respawn. I also can't do anything until he's dead.
Rough.
Okay. So... What?
Huh?
I got the kill shot!
Uh-huh.
How? Why did it just?
Question mark?
So, unfortunately, this is pretty much...
Oh.
That is a dead run. Now, that said, who cares? So, this next thing. This has killed runs.
Oh.
The main mortal.
If you pick Become Lassie, you are forced into a game over ending, and the run is dead.
Ah!
So I am 100% willing every time to just take my time right there.
That's so real.
So,
That's so real.
yeah, this next area is a perfect example of why I keep Northwest notes up for this, because what I'm doing is just taking the fastest way through here. Also say hello to Tomberry.
Yo, what's up, Tomberry?
Yeah. So I go east twice. Oh, we'll see another one. But this one is you have to go through this puzzle area and collect a certain number of Phantoma or souls before you can proceed. Anyway, I was like, I swear to God, this game is being a butt, but that's fine. It knows. It knows.
At least the vibes are immaculate around here for some reason, and I don't know why.
I'm down with it. West, east, north, okay. Alright, and then I go north, south. Sir. Okay. Come here. I need to hit you with the Blizz Bomb. So yeah, Cater's magic is just redonkulous, and okay, yeah, I'm in the right room. That's why she just plus the ooh no, that's fine. That's honestly fine. I just kind of wait for the kill site to go away, and it's fine. But yeah, early on, I picked up some amulets for Cater, Queen, and Rem. Just because their magic is unparalleled. Alright, so Sice Queen King. Yes. Cater, Trace. Okay. I go right. And the next one, I'm going to be using Queen. That's not Queen. That's Queen. So this is where Queen's magic will come to shine right here.
We got the blood waterfalls in the crib?
Yep. Also, those floors will do 200 points of damage to you. Please note Queen's health. So, yeah.
I mean, this just looks like a Meta 10 dungeon.
Yeah, it really does. But
this just looks like it belongs right. This place looks like it got ripped straight out of Nocturne.
You're not wrong.
Nope.
The 3D aesthetics are definitely not helping that comparison.
All right. Just gonna kill them as quickly as possible. Queen, have you heard of a thing called targeting? That's fine. All right.
I thought it would take you much.
Okay, sometimes that floor pops up again. Sometimes. All right, this next room is magic only. So again,
Let's go.
switching to Cater. We're gonna give her a... This is also why we switched our potions, that you can pre-stock a single
Are you up to the challenge?
item to just use automatically. I use ethers here because, yeah. You need it, and I always check which button I am about to push in this room. Come here. Sometimes this Wingvern does not want to show up and is literally standing right above where my Blizz Bomb can do damage, which is unfortunate. Now, what's interesting is my teammates can actually get away without using magic. I think it's very unfair. Personally, I think it's extremely unfair. But here we are.
Cheating.
It's very much cheating. All right, next room. This is where King shines. He'll have just enough.
Don't die for nothing.
Step aside.
142. Okay, 170. Yeah. I was like, why are you down?
Just for you.
So as long as I keep running, I don't stop. This is done in one cycle. So you're supposed to destroy the pillars, and you're supposed to destroy the fourth one when the flames are around the door. The flames are around the door. Unfortunately, now I have to wait for the door to swing around. But yeah, so if you destroy the flames or if you destroy the pillars when the flames aren't around this symbol, you have to reset. The room resets. Like, it'll stop, and then you just can't proceed. Here, I just have to kind of wait and wait. Okay, we're good.
There we are.
Yeah, we're good. This next one is, I think it's the auto attack one. So we're actually coming. Yeah, the next one is auto attacks. So this one gets kind of swirly because all three of my characters that I get to use are really bad at targeting straight. So it makes this kind of hard. But there's also a whole bunch of bombs that I can't see. Like outside, they're like silhouettes.
Oh.
But yeah, see how like, because Cater has a magical gun. Oh gosh. Hi!
This looks cursed.
Yeah, I also have to be really careful right now because she had kill sight on her. Yeah, sometimes they just don't want to behave. There we go. Alright, where am I compared to the exit? Okay. Yeah, like her bullets will sometimes just be like, nah, I do need to get over one, unfortunately, so. Now this is pretty much just like a waiting game. Annoyingly.
We love waiting.
Yeah.
What?
So what happened
What?
was one of the arbiters or the Rossos pushed me onto this platform and I didn't adjust. So, yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, weather's pretty nice out, huh?
So, actually, this kind of works out really well. Hold on. Yep, there we go. Okay. So it kind of worked out in the end. Bit of a time loss, but it's fine.
Huh? Don't tell me this is Lord.
So yeah, we are actually coming up to the end. We're getting pretty close.
Alright, time to party.
Like, I say we're getting pretty close, and yet the thing doesn't activate. Rude. Rude. All right. So, these final 4 rooms before we actually go and fight the boss. Actually, I lied. I forgot about this. This one's pretty... I get a cutscene because, oh no, there's a more powerful enemy.
Level 2. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
There-
yeah.
there
Don't you know the 0 in Type-0 stands for original
Yeah.
with a
very-
0.
Very, very powerful enemy just then.
That ain't no small fry, that's true.
So these last 4 rooms, you're fighting enemies under specific stipulations. This one, I specifically healed Trey. Because, yeah, we are under poison. That girl is
Oh.
poison. Ooh, I need to do that. Okay, cool. Okay. That's fine. So,
Oof.
here's the funny thing, with poison, it can't kill you outright. I do
Behold what has befallen.
need Trey to survive to make the final boss a little bit easier, but I'm not too worried.
You know, I love innate how this Sid sounds almost like a slightly evil Spike Spiegel.
Yeah, funny how that works.
But like he does actually just sound like evil Spike a little bit.
Yeah?
What was that?
Yeah, that's accurate. But yeah, here we just kind of go around the room. We saved the black room for last because that is where Gilgamesh is hiding, and we are going to switch our party out to just Jack when we get there. This one's kind of... It's not a challenge. This is literally just a kill the enemies. It's so each room represents one of the kingdoms. That's why the black room is for Lorica, and you fight Gilgamesh because Gilgamesh is from Lorica. Here it's representing Rubrum, which is the kingdom you're from, and Rubrum has the summoned enemies, or the summoned Eidolons. So the first area is not too scary, because then you have to take on the Eidolon Golem, or Golem.
That jerk.
So,
He can control Eidolons too.
yeah, that's the
We
thing.
won. Which is
The next area is invisible enemies, and then more of our Speedy Boy, but he dies in 1 hit, so it's fine. It's just I have
Okay.
to hit him.
Also, I just noticed they really do pronounce it Eidolon.
They pronounce it Eidolon.
be careful.
Alright.
Yeah.
Fair enough, I guess. Not my universe.
Alright, so... Okay, here I have to be a little careful. Because I would prefer not to die. Because if you die in a crucible, you have to redo the crucible. I've lost a run because I have died in a crucible. Hi. Hello?
Uh-huh.
That's okay.
I don't even remember you.
So just to confirm for Tech, I'm assuming the ETA is still around 15-ish then for the run.
Oh boy, hold that thought. It's fine. That's fine.
All's well.
I think I
Roughly.
spoke too soon.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Well, it's like I need all 3 of these characters to survive to make, again, the final boss, easier. But yeah,
That's right. We beat him.
right now it is quite literally fight Gilgamesh, go fight the final boss, or climb upstairs, go fight the final boss. First aid kit. So that's what we are looking at right now.
Once rigid shields shatter.
And he has been doing that to me, where he just dodges the fire. There we go.
Silly game. That's a very identified target.
Right?
Yeah. I think I got a read on this one.
Right?
I don't think I've seen
No!
that sword anywhere else. Oh,
So
Oh.
while you're fighting this, you notice those random RPG shots? I got hit by one.
you could get hit by one of those?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Shoot. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
All is well, all is well, all is well.
Yeah. I don't like Cater being alive right now. I don't like that I had to go to Cater, but I can deal with that. So here's why having ranged characters for the final boss is super important. So the final boss is immune to magic
Oh,
for the first 3 shots, and it's up really high in the air. So
oh.
ranged fighters can hit, like, okay, any of them can hit the final boss. Ranged fighters just have it the easiest. Where are we? Okay. So I need to go to 8 because 8 is the fastest. That's Sid cheating. We did the thing, and he's like, I don't care. Yeah, he didn't care. So, so yeah, being ranged really helps. Once you get past the first 3, it's not as bad. So the characters you want to bring into the beginning of, so phase 1 is you kill all your characters. Phase 2 is when you actually kill the final boss. So phase 1, like the determination of the first character is random. So when but it's random within the last 3 characters you have alive in phase 1. And this was something that, for someone that had just started running this, I happened to find out. So that was kind of cool. Because everyone thought it was completely random before then. So, Ace, Cater, King, Deuce, and Trey all have ranged attacks. So as long as you have 3 of them for like the final 3, it's fine. He's still a little cheeky with how he attacks, or how you have to target him, because his attack is really awkwardly timed. But yeah, so Cater going down first is unfortunate, but I have Trey, Ace, King, and Deuce left. So I have 4 and I only need 3. So my question, and this will low-key determine what I do at the end. What is the current time?
We are currently at just over 2 hours.
Oh, wow. So yeah, I lost a lot of time, unfortunately. So this is, yeah, this will be done soon. But we have to kill our characters. This is going to be done in about 4 or 5 minutes.
We have to kill our characters again.
Yeah, we have to kill our characters.
They can't get a break. Someone give them a break.
I'm sorry, Reyna, and it's time to delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
So right now I'm letting I'm gonna let Deuce come in. I'm gonna make sure Queen dies before I summon anybody else. Okay. So now I have the final three. One of the final ones, or one of the first characters in Phase 2 is either going to be Trey, King, or Ace, which is fine because they're all ranged. There's less I have to worry about. Now, if you would like to, thank you. If you would like to please hit me. Okay.
He's not feeling like it today. He said no.
Nope. And he does. So this is the longest attack, and that's why I was trying to walk away. If he just keeps hitting the ground with the sword, that's the fastest. But Ace, you have 1 HP.
Ah! This is the biggest insult to this boss that they could have ever taken.
So yeah, this is very much a Type-0 doing Type-0 things in the second half of the run. Because I will straight up say, up until probably Big Bridge, probably on PB pace. Alright, so who is it? It is... not ideal. That's fine. Alright, so here's how this works. I have to target, shoot off an attack early, harvest, summon the next person. Now, I have to do this for every single one of my characters. Here's the fun part. I can't die.
Oh.
Did King shoot too quickly? Oh, King shot too quickly. There we go. I was like, King?
There we go.
King does not usually shoot early. Alright. Trey. I almost picked Jack and I almost cried. Alright. So you're gonna...
Or you're saying that Jack needed to hit the road.
Trey needs to... There we go. Okay. So, what time is it right now? There's a method for a reason for this.
2:03:56.
Okay. So, since I'm not going to finish as fast as I would have liked, that's fine. I'm going to give the question to you. Swag or speed?
Swag.
Okay.
Swag
We're
every
in.
time.
Oh, it's less going long. It's more so I was hoping to get this under 204 and I won't be able to if we're already at 203. So yeah, there are 2 ways to beat this final boss. Swag or speed. Okay, in theory you can kill him with anybody. But if you want to go for speed, it's a little faster to kill with Jack. Jack's the samurai that's been carrying us this entire game. And we'll do a little bit more damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna still say swag.
Okay. Okay. So we're not gonna kill with Jack. We are getting... there is vengeance to be had from a very specific person that feels very left out.
Okay.
Once we get there. I hear a lot of swag and chat. So
Yeah.
So if you think about it, you can probably figure out who is going to get the kill shot on the judge of the world. Like I said, she's been a little left out this entire run. And instead of killing with a really cool samurai sword, we're not going to do that. We're going to use something a lot better. So,
Yeah.
for everybody, say goodbye. say goodbye to Jack, who's been carrying us this entire time.
But sometimes you gotta look at the final boss and just tell them deuces.
It just makes sense to kill the judge of the world with a bard with a flute.
Yeah!
But have you not seen what bards can do in tabletop?
I play a bard in D&D.
Oh, then you understand entirely why.
So, I could run around. But time will be when I pull the Phantoma from the boss, so that is going to be coming up shortly. I did not target him fast enough, so it'll be a little bit... Yeah, I'm duding. I am duding on this boss. I just want y'all to know.
I wouldn't have this any other way.
This has to be the worst
We are
rickroll this final
duding.
boss has ever endured in their entire life.
She's not even looking at him! Alright, and that is...
Just dude.
time.
He'll never recover from that one.
No. Literally, he's dead.
See, at the end of the day, this is just they went down to the Final Fantasy equivalent of a hunting horn player.
Yeah. I mean, as a clarinetist originally, I'm kind of sad
Oh, same.
Yeah.
that it wasn't a clarinet. I get it, but yeah, that was time. This cutscene is depressing. All of them, so we're skipping all of them. 100% skipping them. I have cried. So
I've
many times.
seen the ending. Understandable.
It just destroys your heartstrings every single time. But yeah, that, my friend, that's Type-0. That's Final Fantasy Type-0. It is such a fun action RPG that, again, first half of the run was straight up PB pace. Second half of the run, Type-0 decided to remind everybody why it's Final Fantasy Type-0. It is such a volatile run. But it's so much fun. I love it to death.
All my farms.
Yeah,
God.
it's just one of those things. You could play the game right, and the game will just say no. But it was pretty cool. But thank you for having me on. This is a very rare title that you don't get to see. So I'm glad I was able to showcase it finally. Definitely check it out. The PC version is the fastest, followed by the PS4, followed by followed by PSP. And the strats are different for the different ones. But if you're a fan of Final Fantasies and you're a fan of action RPGs, check it out. It's a tearjerker as well. It's really good. But
In the meantime, though, Rena, Asuka, where can people find you?
yeah, you can find me Twitch at Asuka424, Blue Sky, Asuka424. I play bad games quickly and good games badly. Haven't been streaming too much, but next week I'm planning on doing a big 4-0 birthday bash stream. So, take a wild guess what the 424 in my name is. Anyway, but yeah. So otherwise, you can see me at SGDQ. I'll be there working kind of behind the scenes. So yeah, and in the shadows because I'm safety's awesome. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
And over here, you can find me on my own Twitch channel, BunniestBunRena, where the last stream I did, I watched all of Skibbity Toilet while eating a pizza with strawberries on it. I'm not going to elaborate. It was a nice. The people they paid $100 for that stream, so I gave them their money's worth. And while I haven't mentally recovered, we do fun things over there every now and then. I think I was doing normal content after this. Maybe. We'll see. That is to say, you can technically find me over there if you so choose. Otherwise, you can find me on Bandcamp. I'm bodaciously Kamek. I make chiptune. You could also find some of my other projects, Strange Somewhere. You can find that on Tumblr. I do all sorts of things, and I'm sure I'll pop up somewhere on your feed eventually. But that aside, come seek me out if you wish, and hopefully I'll see y'all soon.
If you're big into Skibbity Toilet, play Death Flush. You're welcome.
I'm not. That's the worst part.
Wait, what?
Death Flush. It's free, chat.
Oh, it's free? Well, now I got
Look
it.
up Death Flush. Curse me later.
I got you.
You know what? This doesn't surprise me any bit. But with Boston especially.
Yeah.
At any rate, though, sit tight for a little bit. We'll have some closing announcements, and then we will have things ready for a raid. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon. And we are back. Thank you, Dan Asta, for the showcase, because my assessment is that Type-0 is Type-0. I don't really have any other words at the moment for that one. But do you have a showcase you'd like to show off to the world? Feel free to submit your ideas to a chat mode. You can submit any type of showcase as long as it's game related. That can be a speed run. That can be certain arts and craft projects. Things like building things in Minecraft, or like your Animal Crossing town. As long as it's game related, you can visit LadyRotator.com, or you can just follow the link that has been posted. Thanks to Sweet Peeps. Sweet Peeps has been very on point with that. Honestly, seriously, shout outs to her. Thank you, because that has been helping a lot. But also, just to remind people that might have come in during our showcase, we have our second in-person event, Out of Bounds Toronto. That'll be happening on June 15th and 16th in Toronto, Canada. Our volunteer applications have been extended through April 20th for remote and in-person roles. And to go along with our mission of having everyone participate in uplifting women and femmes, we have actually volunteer roles open for any gender. If you want more information, you can type !OOB2 in chat. I think there's also like !LAOOB2 or something like that as well. Either one of those should also work. And of course, we do have new merch. Our store has been reopened with a refresh and some new designs. So you'll have the right gear for any stage. You can type !shop in chat if you're curious about any of that. We have some really nice stuff. There's some decent shirts. We have, like I said, we have a skater dress that's also like pretty cute. There is stuff for everyone. At any rate, I've lost track of what I was looking for. There we go. At any rate, though, we do have a raid that'll be happening very shortly. We are going to be raiding Miss Starlight Tanager. I forget what she's doing in the moment, but I know it's going to be a good time. Peeves is ready with the raid message. Thank you. But at any rate, so for our next showcase, have you ever wanted to just veg out to a nature documentary? Well, you can go on a safari from the comfort of this Twitch channel. We'll have Snowball SMB performing a high score showcase on Duris Island and New Pokemon Snap. And then followed by that, we'll have an All Grubs, All Glitches run of Hollow Knight by Addy. Both of these will be on Sunday, April 20th, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern, for our little double feature of our favorite creatures. Also, I got reminded, Miss Starlight Tanager is playing Parasite Eve 2. So, I know it's going to be a good time. But I will catch y'all next time. I've been your host, BeamQueenSol. Probably should have said that at the start of the showcase. My apologies. But thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.